This forum is going to be recorded, hopefully. Josh will do his best there. So it'll be available on the Swimming New South Wales website later on. So Swimming New South Wales and the TSC would like to acknowledge the Wallamedigal people as traditional custodians of the land, sea and community in which we are situated. We pay our respect to all First Nations people and our community elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders who may be here with us today. So once again, welcome to the forum. It's great to be back in face-to-face setting. Great to see so many people here today. I'd like to acknowledge the board members that are present. Janelle is somewhere there. Graeme was somewhere. Oh, thank you, Graeme. And Neil, our life member, is present. Thank you, Neil. And I'd also like to acknowledge the TSC members who are here today. Joining me have Andrew Jones, Jeff Thompson, John Williams, Peter Shell. Unfortunately, Chris Hayes is an apology today. In around sort of April-ish, March, April each year is sort of the end of term for the TSC members. So a big thank you to Faye Lewis, who came off the TSC. At that time, she did an enormous amount of work. So thank you to Faye for her dedication to the TSC. Sadly, we lost a number of our friends over the last 12 months, including New South Wales Life member and mentor to many technical officials, Pat Troy. It was also with considerable sadness we noted the passing of Peter Ryan, George Cunningham OAM, Brian Franklin and Margaret Spurway. They'll all be greatly missed. The pandemic continued to impact on our time on pool deck, particularly during the winter 2021 season. Again, COVID necessitated the cancellation of our short course meets and a rethink of our development strategies. With the cancellation of the New South Wales development meets, we lost an important opportunity to train and mentor our upcoming officials. In its place, the TSC ran quite a popular series of training development webinars during October and November. So many thanks again to Faye Lewis for putting together the development program, and also a big thank you to our guest speakers who put a lot of effort into their presentations. So to Peter Shell, Faye Lewis, Phil Joblin, Dave Cooper, Ken Jones and John Roloff, thank you very much for your efforts. Recently, the New South Wales Board approved the use of electronic refraction reporting to replace the old paper DQ forms, and we'll have a little sort of session on that a bit later on. I know it's still a little bit confusing for some people who don't get to practice it all that often, so we'll do a little demonstration later in the afternoon. Once again, a huge thank you to Sherry Smith for her extraordinary leadership and commitment to the referee course. The third annual referee course commenced in February, and fingers crossed we've had a few face-to-face meetings and quite a few practical opportunities over the last few months. So thanks again to Sherry for her dedication and commitment to that course, which is proving very popular. Attracting and retaining officials to sport remains a high priority to the TSC. Like most other sports, swimming is experiencing declining numbers of officials, particularly younger officials. Despite the introduction of online courses to help reduce some of the barriers to officiating, we are still not seeing a big uptake in young officials. As young officials are key to the future of our sport, both in swimming and officiating, the TSC has developed a young officials program which was rolled out during country and metro. So thank you so much to you all for making the young officials feel welcome, and to the more old established officials for making constructive suggestions on how we can roll this program out into the future and expand on it. So I appreciate your thoughts on that very much, and the TSC will work over the coming months to expand that program. I'd like to also thank Josh for his fantastic secretarial support he provides to the TSC over the last 12 months. And as you can gather, there's a lot more than just writing minutes. Organising functions such as this take a lot of work, so thank you very much, Josh, for your support of the TSC. Our program for today, so next. Oh, well, yes, sorry. We had a very successful dinner last night for the first time in a couple of years. So congratulations to the following award winners. The Appreciation Award went to Luke Bibby, and many of you would know Luke from pool deck as a swimmer. Encouragement Award to Brad Fay. Services to officiating was awarded to both Sherry Smith and Faye Lewis. The New Officials Award, which was voted by you, all the officials, went to Sherry Smith. And congratulations to Nick Keith, who took out the Technical Official of the Year award. Sorry. Oh, and the ATSC award went to Jose Jalvo from City Metro Northwest. So congratulations to all those winners. Today we've got quite a big program. It's going to start with Cecilia talking about performance analysis relating to infractions. It wouldn't be a forum without a discussion on the rules, so this year we thought it'd be a good idea to get some of our very experienced officials to lead that discussion. So thank you to Neil, Dave, Ken and Phil, who agreed to take part as panel members for that discussion on the rules. Faye was invited and did accept, but unfortunately she's an apology for today. And we had invited, pardon me, a couple of open water senior officials, but unfortunately they couldn't make it to today's forum. Peter Shell will then talk about pathway level 1 to 2 to 3. Then after lunch, which will be held just out where we had dinner last night, just when you walked in, Neil will have a chat to us about check starting and clerk of the course. After Neil, I'm going to talk about assessing technical officials. We're looking for another word for it, but it's quality assurance appraisals rather than NOAP competency, not competent assessments. John will then talk about referee reports, and that's basically the forum. After Cecilia's talk, I'm going to invite Bob Alford to give a small talk on an incident happened on Thursday, I think, Bob, that's relevant to us all in relation to the safe diving policy. So, welcome again. I think I've covered everything, Josh, have I? Yep. So thanks again for your attendance today, and I'll hand over to Cecilia, and thank you for your time today.
Okay, so good morning everyone. I think I recognise, well I don't think I know, I recognise a few familiar faces, but for those of you who don't know me, I am Cecilia Brophy-Williams. I'm the Performance Support and Pathway Manager at Swimming New South Wales. I've been there for about the same time as Josh, about 7 years now. So yeah, love the sport of swimming, and I think I know a bit about it, so hopefully I can give you some information about what we do at events. So I'm an accredited sports scientist, and part of my role is to work with a team of support staff, so performance support staff, to carry out performance analysis at events. So I thought I'd just give you an overview of what we do at the events, how we do it, why we do it, and then there's also some videos at the end. So just to start with, what is performance analysis? So it's used in many sports. I'm sure if you've watched football or tennis, you'll see all the video replays, the stats that come up. So that's exactly what it is. So for us, it gives us objective information that we can use to help just improve athletic performance. We work with the coaches for that. We use it in training, where we can give video feedback, so underwater footage, above water footage, and then statistical data that complements your videos. And then in competition, what we'd like to do is just make sure that whatever we did in training is carrying over to their performance, and they're actually improving in that sense. Next one. So just with the analysis system itself at meets, it's quite a large system. It's called Sparta 2, and it was created by Swimming